This is how it all began. I could go to the military. They have a lot of roll call. So you spend a lot of time in line, and they pretty much call out people. As I'm hearing names being called and people answering present, 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 I'm like, man, there's like a lot of pressure building up. There's a lot of anxiety building up. And I'm like, man, am I going to be able to say the word present? They called me to the side and asked me, hey, man, like, are you okay?
That almost made me cry. Like, I can relate
Oh,
to almost everything you said. What I just went through, commissioning to
yeah.
become a second lieutenant was the like one of the worst things I will ever do in my lifetime. Go and improve yourself. Go and fight for your life. Go and get better.
I could go to the military, and maybe that'll be an easier path. I still get to exercise and be active, and I wouldn't necessarily have to talk too much, right? That was not the case. Boot camp was another revealing moment where, time period where I found out that that's something that's going to hinder me if I don't fix it, right? And by the way, congratulations to Rawlings, because he accomplished something that I tried. Like he accomplished becoming an officer in the U.S. military, and that's something that I was trying to do actually. And boot camp was very, very interesting. So this is how it all began. In the beginning of boot camp, right? Throughout boot camp, they have a lot of roll call. So you spend a lot of time in line, and they pretty much call out people. So the first one, I remember they called my name, and that was to, I guess I remember that was to give out, I think, outfits or equipments and things like that. And they were calling out different last names. And my last name starts with an S. So it's towards the end, right? So as I'm hearing names being called and people, answering present, 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 I'm like, man, there's like a lot of pressure building up. There's a lot of anxiety building up. And I'm like, man, am I going to be able to say the word present? And sure enough, they called my name and I couldn't say it. And it was bad because the thing was that there were people, around me. So I couldn't try to force the word out because I didn't want people to notice me forcing words. So I just held it in and just, and the guy that was calling my name, like, took a good, a good minute wait on me to say it, and I just couldn't say it. And when we went back into, the building or whatever, they called me to the side and asked me, hey man, like, is there anything, like, are you okay? They actually asked me if I had Tourette syndrome, because I was, because the boot camp environment is very stressful for, for anyone, right? It's very stressful. It's very intense, and anybody that knows anything about the Marine Corps, is they're a very intense branch. So I tried to become an officer in the Marine Corps, and it was no games, right? So when they were pressuring me to talk, I was forcing a lie, and the drill sergeant asked me if I had Tourette syndrome, and that I wanted to laugh at the same time. I was under a lot of stress. All of those negative experiences from the beginning kind of like killed my self confidence there. As I progressed throughout the boot camp, I found myself able to start saying my name and things like that. So I had some speech victories there. And I left that place. I left that place actually a little proud of myself, because so basically for the officer candidate boot camp, if you fail a test or course or something like that, they will send you home. They don't recycle you or help you make it. They'll pretty much send you home and have you come back, under different circumstances. Like they told me that I could come back with a master's degree and in 2 years and things like that. And but I remember, a lot of people quitting, a lot of people giving up and things like that. And I didn't quit. I didn't give up. I went through the whole thing. I just didn't finish. And they sent me home and they told me that I can come back, in 2 years. But, life, happened, and I wasn't able to go back. But I left that place a little proud of myself as well, because I didn't quit, and I did have some speech victories there. However, I did see that, man, the speech difficulties under pressure is something real, and I have to do something about it. But I just didn't know where to go.
That almost made me cry. Like, I could relate
Oh,
to almost everything you said because, man, what I just went through, the commissioning to
yeah,
become a second lieutenant was the like one of the worst things I will ever do in my lifetime. Because the first phase, they will beat the living hell out of you, harass you, frustrate you, and see who is going to quit. So the first phase is the worst phase. So everybody there literally stammering, stuttering because everybody is so scared.
mm,
So the second phase is more easier. The third phase is the relaxed phase. So at that phase, if you're still stuttering, they'll be looking at you like, wait, what? Are you still scared or anything? What's going on? So
yeah,
that's when it shows. So, but what happened is before the third phase, I'd gone through WSSA, I've gone to improve myself. So my case wasn't too bad. So I was able to just blend in really good.
okay,
And it's a very competitive place. God, people want to show out, people want to do everything because what we're being trained for is to lead. So nobody's going to allow you to lead anyone if you can't even lead yourself. So it's a very,
yeah.
very tough job. Yeah. But good job, man. I didn't believe you spoke for 40 minutes. That was an amazing
Thank you,
thing. I'm looking now forward to mine because, man, you raised the bar so high now. Good job.
thank you, Raul. Wait, I'm in Shreveport as well, so if you want to link up,
Oh, yes, yes, yes,
uh,
man. Drop me your location. I need to speak more with you, man.
are
Let me
you?
see
Are
how
you?
long you could go. You're gonna go for an hour this time? Man,
Are
drop
you
your
on the WhatsApp?
location. Once you're ready, come find me, man, or I will come look for you. We need to talk because, man, I need to hear more of your experience because mine was hell. It was like I was fighting for my life every day because I remember when you said something, they calling out names. That happened to me where I stuttered. 200 people were laughing at me.
Oh yeah,
And we had to stand there in
yeah.
that formation for
Yes.
an extra 20 minutes. I was in shame. I was like the worst time of my life. So when they got to my name, they were like, Osifo. I was like, pray. I went on and on. I forced the present. That didn't work. I went to moving. I was like, I was God. People were laughing. It wasn't funny to me, but they were laughing. And the funny thing is, the next day, they
Mhm.
were not even thinking about that. So once you start, don't get stuck in that time of where you're stuttering because nobody cares after that time. They might laugh for a few minutes, but they forget. So go and improve yourself. Go and fight for your life. Go and get better.
Yeah.
So nobody cares. Nobody's gonna remember that. It's just in the moment. They might laugh at you at that moment, but keep working until you get better. Don't get stuck. Don't get stuck in the bad incident because once you do, it gets worse.
Yeah.
So get over it, get out there, keep pushing forward. That's the only thing I will say.